Welcome back to Ag Review, the noon hour edition. I'm your new host, Sam Brownell, taking over for Darnell Duff. And now is time for today's feature segment, brought to you by Dauphin Plains Seeds Limited. There's a surging demand for soy worldwide. With a market value of $42 billion in 2020, it's expected to grow by 5.2% between 2021 and 2026. Today, I'm joined by Scott Hart, the business manager for Sevita International, a fully Canadian-owned global leader in food-grade soybeans. Thank you for joining me today. What does Sevita International do in the soybean industry?
Oh, sure. So Sevita International is an independent, fully integrated Canadian soybean company. So we're involved in the development of soybean seed and the distribution of our proprietary soybean varieties around the world.
And is there anything specific that has led to the increase in soybean demand worldwide?
So that's a loaded question. There's been regrowth of the hog herd in China has been a big factor for soybeans overall. I don't know if you remember the swine flu that went around there a few years ago really decimated their hogs, and now that they're building that back, they're requiring a lot more beans to do so. There's been some production issues both in North and South America the last couple of years. But for the food space, like where Sevita is really focused, it's really an increase in soy food consumption around the world, and that's through the conventional types of soy foods that you think of, like tofu, miso, soy milk, natto, as well as the use of soybeans as a protein in some of the miracle or fake meat products, mostly in Asia.
And what does this increase mean for farmers right here in Manitoba?
So the increase for Manitoba farmers means there's a good opportunity to grow soybeans profitably. I have to think that the current market price for soybeans supports a profitable crop budget for the majority of producers, where we have genetics that can yield well on their farm. I also think the other bit of demand piece that they're seeing locally is a lot of crush plants being built in the Midwestern U.S., which has pushed the local basis for Western Canada higher than the levels that we've come accustomed to the last few years.
And that was Sandy Hart, the business manager for Sevita International, who joined us to talk about the global increase in soybean demand on today's Ag Review, the noon hour edition. Make sure to tune into tomorrow's show, where I talk to Scott Perkins, a local Manitoba farmer who's growing soybeans for Sevita International. And that's it for today's feature segment, brought to you by the Dauphin Plains Seeds Limited. I'm Sam Brownell.